To start this forearm clamshell splint, we're starting with a wrist extension and then adding the bivalve top after. So we're marking our landmarks at the MP joints of the index finger and the small finger, the radial and ulnar styloids, and then 2/3 of the forearm on either side. I also mark the center of the thenar eminence so we can clear the thenar crease when we're fabricating this. I find it easier to roll the edges of the thenar crease and the distal palmar crease prior to molding to the patient, but do whatever makes more sense to you. When I'm ready to mold it to the patient, I have them come in forearm supination, and then once I have the material on them, I have them make an OK sign so we can have good thenar crease clearance. After trimming and rounding the edges, we're ready to make the dorsal part of this bivalve splint. For my pattern, I line up the proximal forearm with the original splint, and then I mark my landmarks, the MCP joints of the index and the small finger, and then I just trace a rough outline of the rest of the forearm. When I mold this, I like to place the material underneath the thenar tab, and then I go over the rest of the splint. It just makes it a little bit easier for donning and doffing for the patient. Always round the edges by the MCPs and the thumb. That way you don't have any rubbing on those joints. Sometimes I will also add foam over the ulnar styloid to reduce any friction. I like to mark where I'm putting my strapping, so I put it over the back of the hand to match the distal palmar crease, the wrist, and the proximal forearm. And then I mirror that on the volar aspect of the splint too.